I'm going to talk about corporate America and the complete subversion of the US economy, why people don't have jobs, why Detroit or Cleveland have lead in their water, why Tel Aviv sips champagne. We're going to talk about the complete infiltration of the United States by Israeli companies along with China. China is secondary to Israel in this regard. And we're going to talk about the massive losses of intellectual property, the massive losses of copyrighted material, and high technology designs. Once you understand it's all about technology, all Stalin ever said, get me the technology. And that's what they did all day in the Soviet Union. As often it was closed off. You know Major Jordan's diaries, you know Professor Anthony Sutton, National Suicide, how they armed the Soviet Union. All the tanks, the trucks, the factories, the lathes, they did the same thing in China, building up the enemy. And of course it gets closed off, then they find another channel. Well, the chem's job was to find technology. And when you understand it's all about technology, it's all it's about. Who can shoot furthest, see first, predict the future. That's what it's all about. And so you have the Bird, the Bard, and the BSF, and who's sitting on the board? The entire apparatus of Israeli military intelligence, including these people whose names escape me, but I'll put them on the screen now. This was Israeli military intelligence officer. I do believe there were links in with a Professor Bodansky. I have to recall all this stuff. It's off the top of my head. But we can link these people in with, of course, the neocons, Richard Pearl, John Bolton, Bill Kristol, Irving Kristol, his father, the original neocons, the Leo Strauss School out of the University of Chicago, who, of course, Roger Stone amazingly plays cards every Sunday, first Sunday of every month. You know, well, nothing to see here, the incredible neocons. So once you begin to understand the Richard Pearls, these people are all affiliated. They have very strong ties, very strong links. You understand Jonathan Pollard and the Mega Group and the Bronfman family, Edgar Bronfman, Charles Bronfman. Then you have the Nexium cult. Recently, the Nexium cult, remember whose daughter was in that? Bronfman's daughter. And who else was in that sex cult? Well, Roger Stone, again, John Bolton and his little sexcapades. John Bolton, currently the secretary of... The point is, you have these strong links. They're not loose. They didn't pass each other in the corridor. But understand, the Bird, the Bard, and the BSF, the people on the board were all Israeli military intelligence, and you would not know about this penetration. And these people are wandering around the corridors of power as we speak. This is this is amazing. It's incredible. It's the security breach of ever. It's not the century, the decade, it's forever. There's never been a security breach this blatant and sitting directly in front of people. And of course you have the hardware backdoors in the Intel systems, the Intel management engine, and then of course you have the actual backdoors set into the registry of the Intel CPUs. And the AMD also have the same problem. But the Intel design and fabrication, the Core 2 series 2006 on, that was all implemented at the Israeli factory. Think about that. So you've got the hardware backdoors, the software backdoors. You've got people on certain boards like the Bird and the BSF and the Bard. Right now, this is more than incredible. This is the collapse of the US. This is the collapse of the world economy. There's no security. We're going to take that to corporate America and say, you have no security. Banking, finance, medical, you name it. It's backdoored to death, and Israel is holding all the keys. Benjamin Netanyahu and his mafia crew are holding all the keys. That's why, and we'll go back to Diane in a second, this is why Netanyahu can walk into Congress, give the finger to then President Barack Obama, talk to the Congress, and as he walks out, give the finger again to Barack Obama and go home. He can walk into the UN and stare down the UN. Remember that? Yeah, I'm going to put the footage up now. Remember this?
Deafening silence.
Cyber is a real domain of power.
Perhaps you can now understand.
Just staring at the UN. Now do you understand why he's worried though. He's worried because of the work of a few people, and I know you're out there too, people we haven't heard of. We want to hear from you. We're going to bust the biggest security breach in history wide open with a grandma from Tennessee